We get asked all the time how and why the ponds that we build hold water. So in this video, I'll explain how we do that. Here shows a good example of us digging a core trench. Now this is what goes underneath the dam. You can see off to the left side of your screen, that's topsoil being stored off to the left. And then on the right, that's good clay. Now what we're doing here, we're taking that good clay and we're sprinkling it back into the core trench. We're doing that in lifts, so 6 inches to a foot at a time. You see the operators get out of the machines and sprinkle something in the core trench. That's bentonite. Now bentonite is a clay material that expands up to 8 times its original size when it becomes wet. So we'll sprinkle this in on the top of each lift, and then the high lift will go back in, smooth out the top layer, and get that all compacted in, and we'll do it again and again until we get a dam. Doing it this way allows us to get really good compaction in the core trench and then the dam. By the time we're finished building up this dam, I would imagine that the high lift's gone back and forth over the dam a couple thousand times in the process of building the pond. Now here you can see the high lift scooping good clay out of the center of the pond and putting it in the remainder of the core trench. Once we get that built up, then the high lift and the excavator both pull good clay out of the center of the pond, and they kind of hand it off to the dozer, who then spreads it across the top of the dam. And we build the dam the same way that we filled in the core trench. Essentially, we'll do that in lifts, little by little, 6 inches to a foot at a time, until we have a dam. And then eventually, you'll get a pond. And this is what it looks like when it was all finished up. This was just a small pond that a guy wanted to use for fishing on his rural property. So it turned out really nice.